Hey guys, I'm back with another journal I wish to share with you. This is an old one. I made this about 5 years ago. The only reason I know is because I had to try to find the link to the original tutorial that I followed, and it was by Treasure Books, and it was called the Flag Book. And it was a tutorial she did on how to use up scraps. And this was my take on it. But first, the book is about 6¼ wide by 8¼ high and 1¾ deep. And in metric, it's 16 by 21 by 4 centimeters. This has an accordion spine, and that's what intrigued me because it was something different than sewing things in. So for the cover, I like to recycle at the time, and I still do it, old books. We have a book box here in our neighborhood, which is really cool, and I go see what old books I can find, or even new ones that have hard covers, and I take them apart, and then I use the covers for journals. You see here, I had probably painted it, used distressed inks, and this looks like some texture paste with a stencil, because when I decided to make this, I thought I would do it with like a garden and nature theme. And here, these are the leaves, and I used, I'm sure you can see, a piece of stick from the woods when we'd go walk, and some feathers, and some cheesecloth, whatever, just to embellish it, to give it that nature look. And this book I decided to make it with leaf shapes, so with the nature theme, so it'd be all with leaf shapes and with little sayings on them, like an inspirational book. And I had a lot of fun with this because it was always like making a little collage. As you see, this is the inside. Yeah, I had too many. I'd made too many, so some went on the front and some went wherever I could fit them. The book, I'll first do this, I'll show you. It's different pages that are leaves that are sewn on this accordion. And this was normal cardstock, I guess you would say it. Not super thick that you can't fold it and glue it, but more stable than normal, like a printer paper. So I had made myself like a template of a leaf shape. This can also be done in rectangles, circles, whatever shapes you like. I just went with the leaf shape, and I cut them out in different cardstocks, paper, or if there was coffee dyed paper, you can see here, I would maybe glue a couple together to make them more thicker and stable. And then on each leaf, I did a little, here if you can see it, little collages. And it was so much fun. It was scraps. And these are pictures out of books, and with some lace or yarn or cheesecloth, whatever I had. When I started, I had Googled in the internet for nice sayings, and then I just copy and pasted them into a Pages document, and I printed them all out because I wanted this to have little sayings. Like, this is one of my favorites, and it's an old one. You is kind, you is smart, you is important. It's from the movie The Help. I always thought that was very touching. Butterflies can see their wings. They can't see how beautiful they are, but everyone else can. And so these were the things I did. I'm not going to read them all to you. We'd be here all day. But this is how... Oh, and here, I don't know if you can see, just in case someone's wondering, this stick, I had embellished it, and at the time I didn't know about different glues, so I wanted to tie it onto my cover. As you can see, it's knotted here and here. And I just poked holes right through the cover and tied it on. I just wanted to point that out. That's how I did it back then. That was 5 years ago. Today I'd probably use one of the, what's the glue called? Glossy accent, because that glues everything down. And so now I'll probably try to be quiet and let you just look at some of the leaves. Oh, and before I be quiet, I staggered them because I wanted to have, I wanted to have them staggered. So I did 3 on this side and 2 on this side and kept going. And then you can decide how many pages you would like. But these are what I came up with. As you can see, embossed pages, coffee, paper, everything and anything I had. And I kept it all in a cream basic color so that I could do collages better on it. But it can be done colorful. There's nothing stopping you. So let's see here. Great way to finally use up some of the stuff we've been hoarding. Okay, now it's time to be quiet and just do the flip through. Oops. This is one of my favorites. And that's it. As you can see, that's the whole book. And in your bookshelf, it would look like this. Well, I hope you liked it, and I hope you make yourself one. It really was a lot of fun. It's a great inspirational book, and a great way when you want to make little collages without having to make a huge journal. So, okay, until the next flip through, choose.